Hello, welcome back yet again to the Psychedelic Art Exchange YouTube channel. It is somehow July, which you might not be able to tell because I'm wearing a sweatshirt and it's cold in Seattle where I live. But we are excited to be running our largest CGC auction in quite some time with 99 lots up for grabs. We have a lot of rarities and lots of signed pieces that we're excited to show off. But before that, I wanted to let you know that this auction is going to end on Monday, July 6th, because of the holiday weekend. It's still going to end at 9 p.m. like always. So that's all from me and posters.
Yes, and here we are again in July, and I'm sitting here in 90-degree Baltimore humidity, and it's not pleasant either, but here we are.
Both
And
ends.
as Katie said, this is the largest CGC sale that we've had in a while, exclusive CGC sale that we've had in a while. And it's really helpful to understand where the CGC market is at this time after several years of its evolution. We're at a point where more of this material is coming back to us. And whereas some of the highest sales are tied to, the 9/8, the high grades only, which has pushed the top end of this, there's a lot of graded material that falls in between that is really of more importance to everyday collectors that want nice posters, want to know what they're paying for, that are visually nice and not exorbitant. This poster is the perfect example, as at one point in time, probably longer than I think it is. It was a $5,000 poster. This poster, like the FD26 Skull and Roses, has taken an extreme jump in value since independent grading has taken place. And whereas this poster was maybe a $5,000 poster tops when I started it, Heritage had a result at 45,000 last year. So, and it's a wonderful piece. It's one of Lee Conklin's best pieces. It was a Grateful Dead Santana poster. It was later used for the cover of the Santana album, and it's just Lee's intricate, wonderful, free-flowing form is exhibited here. It's one of the finest Grateful Dead posters in the BG series, and this is the one to be watching in this sale. It's an
Yeah.
8.5, and it's really nice condition. So
Yeah, it's it's not a 9.8, but it's still great, and I think it's the highest quality we've sold in a while. So
yeah, and it,
keep an
it
eye
will
out.
be more affordable than a 9.8 for those of you that really need this poster, and it's really in fine shape. There's not a whole lot wrong. I'm not picking it apart, but anyhow, another wonderful black and white poster is this great image of Pete Townsend with the Who at Boston Tea Party. Again, one of the top images in the series, full bleed black, so it's really difficult to get a high grade out of this. The black shows everything. This is a relatively clean piece, and it was the Who in '69 after the release of Tommy. It's the Boston Tea Party. This material is not common. We've had a lot of it come up in our sales recently, and this is one of the best. So again,
Mhm.
poster 1 and 2, we're showing them off because they're gorgeous and they're gonna pop.
Yeah, I mean, this one we haven't sold in a CGC holder in I think like 7 years or something. So
It's
there you
been
go.
a little while. Again, there aren't a lot of these, and there aren't a lot that are graded, especially. And
Yeah.
but here's a poster that has again benefited extraordinarily from CGC grading. This poster was $100 poster at one point in time, and now it is sells for up to like 2,500. And this is in a CGC gold label, which means that the signature was verified by a CGC representative. It adds certain appeal to certain collectors. I mean, we know that this is Victor's signature, but in the gold label holder, it is a premium piece. So,
Yeah, and it's also a 9.8.
yeah, this is a hot poster, and I really wanted to talk about signatures today because it appears as though it enhances the value significantly depending upon which artist and which piece. This being one of Victor's best pieces in the series, in the Neon Rose series. So we're going to look at a few signed posters and talk about them a little bit more.
Cool. I love that NR12. It's like one of the most classic concert posters of all time, even though it's not necessarily one of the most famous artists, musical artists of all time. But that image is so good and has been ripped off tons of times.
Appropriated.
Right.
But yeah, the sunglasses, it shows up often, and many references to that piece. It's one of the ones that always shows up in articles about these posters. And
Mhm.
anyhow, and here's yet another black and white poster. This is from the Dead in Oregon at Springer's, and it was done by Jim Blashfield, who did a handful of posters for Bill Graham and other places, but was primarily found his craft in filmmaking later on. And this piece is signed by him, which I don't see that often. He doesn't show up at the poster shows. Getting something signed by him is not an easy task, I believe. And all these guys are getting old. So as time elapses, there's going to be less signed pieces, and it's something to focus on. A lot of
Mhm.
folks show up at the poster show just to get pieces signed because the artists are aging. Anyhow,
It's a sight to behold.
it is a sight to behold. Stanley and Victor are characters, and it's a lot of fun. Here's another signed poster, Mark Barron's. This was a Matrix poster, not in the Neon Rose series, but this is one that's always amused me. I think that this was in your childhood basement as well, but this is
Mhm.
New Riders at the Matrix. Oh God, what year is this? I can't see, but it's at the advent, the early point of the New Riders, and it is lovely poster. And guys 21, chicks 18.
And it's signed.
Signed. It's lovely. See, it's a very nice signature in pencil on the bottom. You might have to look at the web page to get a closer look. And the grandfather of the psychedelic posters, Wes Wilson. This is one of my favorite designs. It's simple, early BG-15, signed by Wes, the Turtles. It is a really great example of the evolution of the early Wes Wilson stuff and where this falls. And the borrowed image by Heinrich Clay was used on Terrapin Station as well,
Yep.
appropriated by Mouse and Kelly.
Yeah, the greatest appropriators. But it's cool because I guess like right after this, like just a few posters later, was when he went like full psychedelia into more what we have come to think of as psychedelic poster art. But you can see it, the seeds of it there.
Well, the typeface and the lettering evolved all along, and then it really did get exciting, and his style evolved significantly through the BG series. And we're a big fan of Wes, and he needs to get more attention because he was the guy.
And he's not signing stuff anymore. So
No, he's not. And so get him while you can, including this guy, Stanley Mouse, who was responsible for this Bean poster. The interesting thing about Stanley's signatures is they've evolved and changed over the years, and you can track at what point he signed the poster because the mouth illustration changes. We'll have to do a full rundown on that
yeah.
sometime, but this is one of his most important pieces, and there you have it.
Yeah, we've talked about that a little bit recently because I mentioned that I thought it was super weird looking. Um,
It is weird looking, and that's the good thing.
Yeah.
So FD22, which this copy is signed by Mouse and Kelly, and from the look of the Mouse doodle, it is an early signed piece. This piece we sold unsigned a couple 3 months ago, and it got really good results. This, for whatever reason, this poster never achieved the value even close to what the other, you know, FD, FD26 poster, which sells for over 100K in top condition is. And but I expect it to catch up because it's the same time period. Maybe that it's one color. I don't know what holds this back, but it was one of the first posters I ever keyed in on because I loved the Frankenstein imagery and
Hmm. Well, it's also
aspect.
they misspell grateful, so that's funny.
Yes, they did. Even they made mistakes. Maybe they were high. I don't know.
Who's to say?
And let's see, moving along. Randy Tootin in this weird image was BG 176, where he borrows from vintage advertising but makes it a little bit weird. And he has a lovely signature in silver ink on this piece. And this is a 9.6. This is higher grade. This is not as scarce as some of those earlier pieces, but if you're trying to fill out your Grateful Dead collection, here we go. And David Singer, another really pretty signature in silver ink. Yeah, this is, yeah, I mean, it is illustrating perhaps some of the darker aspects of drug use that was involved in the hate community in the Fillmore days. But this is a lovely batch of signed stuff, and we have a full slate of a lot of CGC posters. So anyone that's interested in that aspect of collecting rock posters should take a close look.
Yeah, definitely. And yeah, like I said, there's 99 posters in this auction. It's definitely the largest CGC auction we've had in like at least a year. Um, and we're giving you a little extra time to bid. So, go ahead and place your bids by Monday, July 6th at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. I hope you had a fun time watching this video. We'll definitely be back here real soon to make you another one, but make sure you check out the links in the description to get you to the auction, get you bidding on these posters. And thank you for joining us.
Happy Independence Day, people.